Well, Israel today is set to appear before the International Court of Justice in The Hague in the Netherlands. Israel is expected to defend itself against the genocide charges. For more on this, let's now speak to our International News Editor, Sophie Mokoena, who's joining us live from The Hague. Sophie, good morning. Thank you so much for making time for us. Of course, yesterday we saw the proceedings and the presentation that was delivered by South Africa. Let's retouch on some of the highlights from that presentation.
Well, indeed, Aldrin, today it is the last day where the International Court of Justice will continue with this matter that was put before the court by South Africa. South Africa arguing that they would want to see a situation where the International Court of Justice is issuing provisional measures that will lead to Israel halting its operations in Gaza. South Africa saying that at this moment, what has happened in Gaza is a genocide because majority of people who have been killed, there was intention, but also it is civilians, women and children in particular. Now today Israel has requested to put their side of a story. You know that nothing was binding in relation to Israel coming to the court because this is just the preliminary processes in relation to a matter that was brought by South Africa to the International Court of Justice to make a ruling whether what's happening in Gaza is a genocide. And therefore the Israeli government took a decision that they would want to put their case before the court. They've been allocated 3 hours like South Africa. We know that a judge, a former Supreme Court judge of Israel, will be part of the panel of the International Court of Justice, as it was with South Africa appointing the former Chief Justice Dikgang Moseneke. They have also requested a legal expert from the United Kingdom to lead their presentations. We don't know who will be part of that, but we expect a strong team from Israel. Yesterday we saw them when they were sitting there listening to South Africa. What I observed was that in terms of gender, it was a male-dominated team, while South Africa had a fairly balanced team in terms of race and gender. We expect Israel to focus on what transpired on the 7th of October last year when Hamas attacked Israel residence area where you have Israelis and also some nationals from other countries where 1,000 people were killed. That's according to Israel. We expect Israel to point out that abandoning the operations in Gaza will lead to Hamas strengthening itself. And also they will indicate that as long as Hamas has got capabilities, they will continue with the operations. At some point in time, I was invited to the Embassy of Israel in South Africa, where we saw a video of what transpired during that attack on the 7th of October last year. The material collected was from social media, the IDF, and also what Hamas posted on that day. So we expect some of the slides to come from that time when the attack was conducted by Hamas, and also to try and demonstrate the brutality at that moment, and therefore Israel doing what South Africa did yesterday, even though South Africa was very careful in terms of showing graphic visuals here and there, they did to strengthen their case. And therefore we expect the same from Israel. We'll bring you the hearing when it starts at 11 South African time, and thereafter we'll again try and speak to those who will be in court representing Israel, including officials from Israel. We spoke to the IDF previously. They were adamant that in relation to casualties with civilians, they are trying to avoid that. But I remember IDF and also the minister in Israel saying to me that on that day people from Gaza were celebrating, and therefore there's no difference. Something that will come and haunt Israel, because as you saw yesterday, South Africa presenting evidence where the officials in Israel, the Prime Minister, the President, the leaders of the military making those inflammatory statements that amounts to tendencies of build-up of a genocide. Back to you in studio.
Yeah.